So welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is VENKAT. So continuation of matrices, it is intermediate mathematics. So 1A. So under 1A, so matrices is there. So in the last video, matrices 1, I covered what is matrix, what is order of a matrix, types of matrices, only square matrix is completed. Now in this video, I will discuss with you the entire types of matrices. How many types of matrices are there? So what are their definitions? Okay. Now see here. Once again I will revise. Once again I will revise what is matrix. Tell me what is matrix? Tell me what is matrix? It is an ordered rectangular array of elements. An ordered rectangular array of elements and enclosed by brackets, it is either open bracket or closed bracket it is. Generally matrices are denoted by the capital letters A, B, C, D and so on. Now here you have to put 3 points in your mind. Matrix. An ordered, first point is an ordered rectangular array of elements it is. So it is placed in open bracket or closed bracket, that is the second point. Third one is matrices are generally denoted by the capital letters A, B, C and so on it is. That is about simply matrix. So I gave the notes also in the last class it is. Okay. So మీరు వినని వాళ్ళు matrices 1 ఒక్కసారి వినండి. matrices 1 వీడియో విన్న తర్వాత సో ఈ వీడియో మీరు ఫాలో కండి. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ బోత్ మీడియా, ఇంగ్లీష్ అండ్ తెలుగు ఇట్ ఈస్. ఓకే, నౌ సీ హియర్. సో ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ ఎ మ్యాట్రిక్స్. సో ఐ told already order means indirectly the size of a matrix it is. Order means size it is. How much size it is? But the size is denoted by here rows by columns. Number of rows by number of columns gives the order of the matrix it is. If there are m rows and n columns are there, its order is m by n. What is its order? M by n. It can be read as m by n or m cross n. M by n or m cross n it is. Okay, it can be read as cross or by it is. That is the order of a matrix. This also we discussed in the first video, matrices 1. So types of matrices it is. So there are different types of matrices are there. So this you have to put in your mind. So definitions as it is మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోని అవసరం లేదు, బై హార్ట్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సో సింప్లీ హ్యావ్ టు పుట్ ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్. ఓకే, సో జస్ట్ వాటి యొక్క కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటి, డెఫినేషన్ మీనింగ్ ఏంటి అన్నది తెలిస్తే చాలు మీకు. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్. సో మీరు ఈజీగా ఎలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి అన్నది క్లియర్గా నేను చెప్తాను. సీ హియర్. సో అండర్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్, ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ స్క్వేర్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్. సో ఇట్ ఆల్సో కవర్డ్ ఇన్ ద ఫస్ట్ వీడియో, స్క్వేర్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్. సో స్క్వేర్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ మీన్స్ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ రోస్ ఈక్వల్ టు నంబర్ ఆఫ్ కాలమ్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్. Number of rows equal to number of columns it is. So rows and columns means order 2, order 3. Order 2 means 2 by 2. Order 3 means 3 by 3. Order 4 means 4 by 4 it is. So number of rows equal to number of columns, it is called a square matrix it is. So under square matrix there are two key points it is, principal, diagonal and trace it is. These 2 points also you have to put in your mind it is. Under square matrices it is. What is meant by principal, diagonal? So the last video I covered it also, principal, diagonal and trace it is. So principal, diagonal means the diagonal elements in a square matrix, that is very important. In a square matrix the diagonal elements are called the principal, diagonal. Suppose see here, if a square matrix is just like it is, so these diagonal elements are called the principal, diagonal. That diagonal elements are called the principal, diagonal it is. Okay, now trace. What is meant by trace? The sum of the principal, diagonal elements, addition of the principal, diagonal elements is called the trace of a matrix. It is, if A is a matrix, then its principal trace is denoted by TR. TR of A, trace of A. Trace of A, it is denoted by trace, TR. TR of A means trace of A. Trace means sum of the diagonal. sum of the principal diagonal elements. Sum of the principal diagonal elements, it is called the trace. So up to this I covered in the first video, it is in the matrices 1 it is. Okay. Now, so in this video I will cover all these it is. What is meant by diagonal matrix it is. Okay. See here what is meant by diagonal matrix, it is the second one. So diagonal matrix. So what is meant by diagonal matrix, it is. The name itself says here diagonal. Suppose observe the example, you can understand very clearly what is meant by diagonal matrix. The first one is here, it is also a square matrix. It is also a square matrix. All of you understand? The first point is, it is also a square matrix and non-diagonal elements are zeros, it is. See here, suppose 2, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, suppose minus 4, just like it is. So it is called the diagonal matrix. Non-diagonal elements are zeros. What is the condition here? So non-diagonal elements are zeros. Non-diagonal elements are zeros. Non-diagonal elements equal to zeros, it is. Non-diagonal elements are zeros and the principal diagonal have some element, that is called the diagonal matrix, it is. So diagonal matrix means it must be a square matrix of order 2, order 3 or order 4, just like it is. It may be any order. So but the non-diagonal elements are zeros, principal diagonals have some elements, it is called the diagonal matrix, it is. Clear? Now the third one is, that is about diagonal matrix. Now the third one is here scalar matrix, it is. Scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. What is meant by scalar matrix, it is. Now here it is also a square matrix. Clear? It is also a square matrix. It is also a square matrix. Okay. But what is the difference? So same. Principal diagonal elements are same, it is. It is also a diagonal matrix. A diagonal matrix having the principal diagonal elements are same. Yes, you can remember very easily. Scalar, same. Principal diagonal elements are same. It is suppose 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, just like the principal. If the principal diagonal elements are same, if the principal diagonal elements are same, it is called the scalar matrix, it is. All of you followed what is meant by scalar? Diagonal matrix means the elements may be different, the principal diagonal elements may be different and non-diagonal elements are zeros. Here also non-diagonal elements are zeros, but principal diagonal elements are same here. It may be 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. It may be any value, but all are equal. Principal diagonal elements are equal. So you can remember very easily scalar, same. Yes. Scalar matrix means in a diagonal matrix, principal diagonal elements are same. So that matrix is called the scalar matrix, it is. Clear? But this principal diagonal elements are only once, it is called unitar identity matrix. So see here what is meant by unitar identity matrix, it is. Unitar identity matrix. So what is meant by unitar identity matrix? So if the principal diagonal elements are only once, it is also a diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix means we know non-diagonal elements are zeros, but here the principal diagonal elements are only one, it is, but it is denoted by I. Unit matrix or identity matrix is denoted by I. If its order is 2, it is denoted by I2. If its order is 3, it is denoted by I3. If order is 4, it is denoted by I4, just like it is. I2 means 2 by 2. Order is 2 by 2. Here order is 3 by 3. Here order is So 4 by 4 it is. Suppose see here, what is I2? What is I2 here? So 1 0. So 0 1 it is. Now here the principal diagonal elements is only 1 it is. Unit or identity means 1. Only 1 it is. Okay. Now it is order 2. So 2 by 2. 2 rows and 2 columns it is. So it is denoted by I2. Similar way I3 also. So what is I3 here? 1 0 0 0 1 0. So 0 0 1. So it is called I3. It is called I3. Now here again principal diagonal elements are 1s. Only 1s it is. Okay. So that is about unit or identity matrix it is. Now the fifth one is null matrix or 0 matrix it is. What is meant by null matrix or 0? All of you understand up to this? So the first one is square matrix. Under types of matrices, first one is square matrix. Square matrix means number of rows equal to number of columns it is. So m equal to n, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, just like order 2, order 3, order 4. Order 2 means 2 by 2, order 3 means 3 by 3, order 4 means 4 by 4. If the number of rows equal to number of columns, it is called a square matrix it is. So under that principal diagonal, only diagonal elements are called the principal diagonal. Trace means sum of the principal diagonal elements. Now diagonal matrix means it is also a square matrix. It is also a square matrix means 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, just like number of rows equal to number of columns, and except the principal diagonals, remaining elements are zeros. Indirectly we say non-diagonal elements are zeros. Non-diagonal elements are zeros. Non-diagonal elements are zeros. That is called the diagonal matrix it is. Now next one is scalar matrix. It is also a diagonal matrix. It is also a diagonal matrix, but principal diagonal elements are same. So scalar means same, you can remember very easily. Principal diagonal elements are same, it is called the scalar matrix it is. Here it may be same, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, or 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, just like it is. Now if the principal diagonal elements are only ones it is called the unit matrix or identity matrix. Generally it is denoted by I. I2 means 2 by 2, identity matrix 2 by 2, order 2. I3 means identity matrix, order 3, order 3 means 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 columns. I4 means identity matrix 4 by 4. Okay. Now the next one is, next matrix is null matrix or 0 matrix. Fifth one is null matrix or 0 matrix. See here. See here, the fifth one is null matrix or it is called 0 matrix it is. Null matrix or 0 matrix. So the name itself says here 0 matrix. So all elements are zeros. All elements are zeros, that is called so null matrix or 0 matrix. It is denoted by O. It is denoted by O it is. So it may or may not be square matrix it is. Okay. So it may be either order 2 by 3, order 3 by 2, just like it is. It may be order 3 by 2, it may be order 2 by 2, just like it is. Okay. May or may not be square matrix it is. Suppose see here, let it be a null matrix O equal to suppose 1, so 0, null matrix means all are zeros it is. So 0 0 0 0 0 0. So it can be denoted by O. What is the order? Tell me what is the order? How many rows are there? 3 rows are there. How many columns are there here? 2 columns are there. It is denoted by capital O. It is denoted by capital O. 3 by 2 it is. 3 rows. 3 rows it is. These are the rows. 1, 2, 3. These are the columns it is. 2. 3 rows and 2. First you have to write down rows. Rows by columns it is. Suppose let it be another one. Suppose 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, it is the null matrix or zero matrix. What is its order now? So 3 by 3. Order 3, it is a square matrix, but it is not a square matrix. Suppose see here another matrix, it is suppose 0, 0, 0. Now what is the order here? Order can be written as how many rows are there? Clear, 3 rows it is. 1, 2, 3. How many columns? Only one column it is. So 3 by 1. So null matrix or zero matrix. Null matrix or zero matrix means null or zero. You can remember very easily. All elements are zeros. All elements are zeros it is. Okay, it may be any size. It may be square or square matrix or may not be square. If all elements are zeros, that is called a null matrix or zero matrix it is. Okay. Now the sixth one is row matrix and column matrix it is. What is meant by row matrix and column matrix? Sixth one. See here what is meant by row matrix and column matrix it is. Sixth one, row matrix and column matrix. See here what is meant by row matrix and column matrix. So the first one is what is meant by row matrix. What is meant by row matrix? The name itself says here row, having a single row. So number of rows equal to 1. Number of rows equal to 1. So in the order m cross n, if m equal to 1, 1 cross n it is. And it may be either 2 or 3 or 4 or just like it is. But m equal to 1, number of rows equal to 1. So it is called a row matrix. Suppose what is the example of row matrix having only one row? It is suppose 2 minus 1, 3 it is. How many rows it is? Only 1. But how many columns it is? 1, 2, 3. 3 columns it is. Suppose observe one more example, it is, let it be minus 1, 2 it is. So how many rows? Only 1. How many columns it is? 2 columns it is. Having only one row, single row, it is single row, it is called the row matrix it is. Okay, so similar way, what is meant by, so column matrix it is. What is meant by column matrix? ఇప్పటికే మీకు అర్థమైపోయి ఉంటుంది, చెప్పండి మరి. What is meant by column matrix? Good. If a matrix has only one column, so if a matrix number of columns equal to 1, number of columns equal to 1, only one column. So in the order m cross n, so n equal to 1 it is. So m cross 1 it is. Suppose observe the example, only one column it is. Suppose 3 minus 1, 2 it is. How many rows it is? 3 rows, but column is only 1. If the column equal to 1, number of columns equal to 1, it is called the column matrix. Observe one more example, let it be minus 1, 2 it is. Minus 1, 2. What is the order here? 2 rows, but only one column it is. Row matrix means having only one row. Column matrix means having only one column. So that are called the row matrix and column matrix it is. Okay. Now the last one is triangular matrices it is. What is meant by triangular matrices? See here what is meant by, so triangular matrices it is. Triangular matrices. So, 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 triangular matrices. See here, what is meant by triangular matrices? Now here there are two types. It is upper triangular and lower triangular matrices. It is upper triangular and lower triangular matrices. So what is meant by upper triangular? What is meant by lower triangular? Suppose see here, in a matrix generally, suppose let it be A is an element denoted by ij, means it is row, it is column. It represents row, it represents column. It is, suppose let it be A 2 3, means what is the meaning of that? So second row and third column it is. Second row and third column. Second row and third column it is. Suppose see here, generally, so matrices is denoted by A11, A12, A13, A14 and so on. It is first row, row is 1 it is. So it is first column, second column, third column, fourth column. Similar way, A21, A22, A23, A24 and so on. It is second row, it is second row, but column is first column, second column, third column, fourth column. Just like it is similar way, A31, A32, A33, A34 and so on. Generally the elements are represented by just like it is. First one represents the row, second one represents the column. 3A32 means so it is under third row, second column. Third row it is and second column it is. So 1, 2, A32 it is. A23 means this is second row and third column it is. Third column. Okay, now here first one is upper triangular matrix. What is meant by upper triangular matrix? It is upper triangular matrix. What is meant by upper triangular matrix? What is the condition here in upper triangular matrix? So Aij equal to 0, Aij equal to 0 if I greater than j, I greater than j, I greater than, suppose take up to this 3 by 3 matrix. It must be a square matrix. Triangular matrix must be a square matrix. It may be either 2 by 2 or 3 by 3. So let it be this one. So here Aij equals 0 if I is greater than j. I is greater than j. Observe the example, you can understand very clearly what is that one. Okay, suppose see here 1, -2, 3. Okay, now 0, 4, 7 it is. Okay, now 0, 0, 5 it is. Now see here, including diagonal, now these elements, these are zeros it is, I greater than j 0. So this is called triangular it is. It is called a triangular, it is called upper triangular. So what is upper triangular? Aij equal to 0, I greater than j. See here, what is I greater than j? Here I greater than j, it is I, it is j. I greater than j, it is I greater than j, it is I greater than j, it is. These three. I greater than, if I is greater than j, 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 that elements are zeros, means these three elements are zeros. So it is called upper triangular matrix it is. What is the condition? Aij equal 0 if I is greater than j, that is called upper triangular matrix. Similar way, what is meant by, so lower triangular matrix. Similar way here, see here, lower triangular matrix. What is meant by lower triangular matrix? Lower triangular matrix. See here what is meant by lower. Similar condition. So Aij equal to 0 again. Aij equal to 0, but where if I is less than j. If I is less than j. So observe the example of that. So what is I is less than j. Suppose 2. So 0, 0. Okay. -1, 3, 0, 5, 7, 6 it is. So including diagonal again here, this is triangle. It is in the form of triangle. In the form of triangle it is, but it is called lower triangular. Which elements are zeros here? I is less than j. Observe here. Here I is less than j. I1. It is I, it is j. I is less than j. I is less than j. Here also I is less than j. These three elements are zeros. If I is less than j, aij equal to 0, these three elements are zeros. It is called the lower triangular. It is in the form of triangle. Lower triangular it is. It is upper triangular. It is lower triangle. You can remember very easily lower, less than. You can easily put in your mind lower means less than here, upper means greater than here. So these are the different types of matrices it is. Okay. First one is matrix. What is meant by matrix? It is an ordered rectangular array of elements. It is called a matrix. So it is placed in open bracket or close bracket it is. But the matrices are denoted by capital letters. That is first one matrix. Now order of a matrix. Order means size it is. Number of rows by number of columns. Suppose m rows and n columns are there. So rows by columns means m by n gives the order of a matrix. Simply size of a matrix it is. Next one is types of matrices. Under types of matrices, the first one is a square matrix it is. Square means number of rows equal to number of columns it is. So m equal to n, it is called a square matrix of order 2, order 3, order 4. Order 2 means 2 by 2, order 3 means 3 by 3, order 4 means 4 by 4, just like it is. Okay. Now under square matrix, principal, diagonal, trace. Principal, diagonal means only diagonal elements are called. In a square matrix, the diagonal elements are called the principal, diagonal. So trace means the sum of the diagonal elements are called the trace of a matrix. Now diagonal matrix, it is also a square matrix. It is also a square matrix. Except the diagonal, remaining elements are zeros. Means non-diagonal elements are zeros, having only diagonal elements. Only principal diagonal having element, remaining elements all are zeros. That is called the diagonal matrix it is. Okay. Next one is scalar. If the diagonal elements are same, scalar same, you can put it in your mind very easily. Scalar means same. Principal diagonal elements are same. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Remaining elements are zeros. Remaining elements are zeros. Principal diagonal elements are same. It is called the scalar matrix. Unit or identity matrix it is. So if the principal diagonal elements are unit means 1. All are ones. 1, 1, 1. It may be 2 by 2, 3 by 3 or 4 by 4, just like it is. But unit or identity matrix is denoted by the letter I it is. I. I2, I3, I4. I2 means order 2, 2 by 2. I3 means order 3, 3 by 3. I4 means order 4, 4 by 4. Just like it is called identity matrix. Identity matrix means principal diagonal elements are only once it is. That is called the unit or identity matrix. The next one is null or zero matrix. Null matrix or zero matrix means all elements are zeros it is. All elements are zeros. Then we say that are called, so null matrix or zero. The name itself says zero. Null means empty. So zero matrix it is. It is denoted by capital O. Oh, it may be any order. It may be square matrix or may not be square matrix. It may be order 2 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 1, 3 by 2, 3 by 3, just like it may be any order. May not be square it is. Okay. May or may not be square. Next one is row matrix and column matrix. Follow avutunnaru kada? So row matrix and column matrix. Row, the name itself says here, if a matrix has only single row, only one row, it is called the row matrix. Column matrix means if a matrix has only one column, it is. Row matrix means in the order m cross n, number of rows by number of columns. If the number of rows equal to 1, it is called row matrix. Number of rows means m equal to 1 it is. M equal to 1, it is called the row matrix. Column matrix means number of columns equal to 1 it is. Number of columns equal to 1. Number of columns means n equal to 1 it is. That is called the column matrix. So the last one is triangular matrices. In this triangular matrices, there are two types it is. So upper triangular and lower triangular matrices. Upper triangular means what is the condition? If I is greater than j, that elements are zeros it is. I is greater than j, that elements are zeros means these elements are zeros. I is greater than j. This is I, this is j. I is greater than j. So this element, it is called upper triangle. So triangle it is. So upper triangular matrix. You can remember very easily. Upper means greater. I is greater than j. So lower triangular means lower, less. I is less than j. So it is called lower triangular matrix if I is less than j it is. Okay. Now these are the different types of matrices it is. So in the next video I will discuss with you the continuation of this. Up to this only definitions are over. In the next class I will discuss with you the addition of matrices. How can we add the matrices? What is meant by equal matrices? Equal matrices ante enti? Matrices ni ela add cheyali. So two concepts తెలుసుకున్న తర్వాత we will go for solved examples and then exercise. It is first exercise. We will discuss each and every question in the solved examples and also each and every question in the exercise I will discuss with you in the next video. Okay. Thank you to all of you.